Basically, I loaned her some money and was never paid back. And after 3 months of trying to pertain that money back from her, I was unable to, so I had to take it to the next level. I loaned her a total of $170.
All right. What's the current relationship now with the family?
We're not speaking at all.
All right. Go on and tell me your side of it.
Okay, well, like she said, I did borrow some money from her to pay my storage.
Speak up though for me, so I can hear you.
So I get some gas money from her to get to my storage building, and I gassed her.
All right.
But
based on your voice, there's a whole lot more going on, right? Because
Yeah.
you seem like you're a little hurt.
Yeah, a lot hurt.
A little hurt. I see you have a witness with you?
Yes.
All right. Who's with you today?
That's my boyfriend.
All right. Why don't you come up? I know you've already been sworn in. What did you think about the loan? Because I think before Melissa made it, she talked with you about it, right?
She did,
Melissa,
Your
why
Honor.
did you talk with him before you made the loan?
Well, honestly, he's the one that makes all the financial decisions in the house.
You live
Even
together?
Yes, even though it was my money for my income tax, it was still something that I felt that, in a relationship that, a couple should do is, make sure that we make money decisions together. And I asked him if he thought it was appropriate for me to go ahead and loan her the money.
I stated to Melissa that it was a bad idea.
Now, why did you say that?
For the fact being is that Leah and Melissa hadn't been really that close all that long before. And I just didn't feel it was appropriate. I've seen it time and time again, and I was always taught by my parents, my father particularly, that you don't loan money out unless you intend never to get it back.
Let me say this at the outset. If you all think that this is just about $170, you know I would not have you in here if that's what it was all about. Usually it's the smallest little thing that happens when you're dealing with families.
That's right.
So you borrowed the $170. What were the terms of the agreement? She said she was going to pay you back when?
Basically, when she asked for the money, she said that she was still waiting for her income tax to come, that she had already filed it, and that it should be there within a week. And no matter what, she'd either give me it back within that week or when her next paycheck came.
All right. Did you bring any evidence with you?
Yes, I did.
All right. So what happened when the week came?
I had asked her if she had gotten her income tax. She stated she did indeed get it, but she had paid her other bills and she had paid her mother back.
Okay.
And then I said, well, what about paying me back? And she said, well, when I get my paycheck, we'll see how much it is, and I'll try to pay you back then.
All right. Did you have intentions of paying her back when you borrowed the money?
yes, I did.
So what happened that you
Well,
didn't do it?
What she said about my deceased son, I just threw it out the door.
Okay, well, we
That-
will
that
get to
did it.
that because I'm going in a progression of what's kind of happening, okay? Are you her husband?
Yes.
Come on, stand up for me. All right, tell me about all this internet stuff, the texting and everything. You say more of what you might not say when you're on that internet emailing because you're not right there. So tell me what happened.
Well, I was in the room. My wife wasn't in there, and her phone started buzzing where she was getting a text message. So I picked it up and looked. It was
Now,
Melissa.
you all have permission to look at each other's texts?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
that's
welcome to look at
good.
my phone.
That's quite an opening. I don't look at my husband's and he don't look at mine. Now, it's not because I think he got another woman or nothing, but if he did, you have to know I'd kill him. No, I didn't mean that. I can't do that. But you understand.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got it going on like that. Go ahead.
But I seen it was Melissa, and she was asking about her money. I told her we'll pay her as soon as we get it. But the way she was asking it was in a hateful way to me.
Okay, how was the hateful way? Because you
It's-
don't know it's hateful. You're reading some words.
Yeah,
So
just
what did it
the way
say?
the way it come off to me, it was hateful.
What did she write? Or text?
It just she just kept asking her for the money, and it started saying we were making her feel like it was her fault because we wouldn't talk to her enough. We hadn't had our phones hadn't been on because we hadn't paid the bill and stuff, and that's the way it made me feel.
Do we see what's going on here? The whole family's torn up because of this texting and email and stuff. You know, all of this was put into place to help us. But what's happening is some of the things that are said, and we're going to get to all of that. And this is not to bash anybody, okay? But let me just say this. When I'm talking to you, I'm looking at you. You can feel my expression. You can see my demeanor and my body language. So wouldn't it prevent you from saying certain things than if you're looking at a screen and you're just saying whatever you want to say or you're just texting whatever you want to say? That's the downside. I've done it myself. You know, when I'm hurt about something, it's the time that you really should take a moment to calm down. Then you go back and you do it. But some of us are just firing it off. In all your text messaging, did you take a moment to take a deep breath before you hit enter?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Remember you said that because I'm going to get to that in a minute.
This is the exact same thing that happens with people online because they're behind a screen. They have that anonymity or it's exactly what Judge Penny said. If you're looking someone in the eye, it's harder to say like mean things if you're talking to them face to face than over the internet. Because right here on the internet, people say some awful things, some things that are crazy. Some comments on my videos are insane. And like, I can't believe that people would say some of that stuff. So it's if you can't say it to someone face to face, then you probably shouldn't say it at all.
I want to talk to your other witness, which is Samantha. How you doing, sweetheart? All right, how old are you?
16.
This is a big mess, huh? It is. Why is it a mess?
Well,
You know why it's a mess. Come on, tell me why.
because what she done to my mom,
Wait, who did to your mother?
Melissa.
All right. So tell me what happened.
I was on this instant message thing, and she popped up saying hey, and then I said hey, and then she started talking about my brother, and she said I hope your mom goes lay down next. I hope your mom dies and lay next to your brother's body.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Wait a minute. I don't want you to say anything. Damon, why don't you bring her? I'm going to bring you a little closer to me. Okay? Come here. We're going to do something different here. Come on.
I had no idea she said something that mean. That is crazy behavior.
Let's just. Okay. Oh, no. You're going to start crying on me. Tell me why you're crying.
I don't like people talking about my brother.
Okay, what happened with your brother,
He
honey?
died.
How did he die? In a pool? How old was he? Okay. All right. What did she email back about your brother?
She told me that I hope your mom goes lay down next to your dead brother's body and all that.
Did it hurt your feelings? All right. Did she text this to you or tell me about this?
My computer.
On the computer? Tell me about it. And look at me. Then like that you won't be, no, you don't have to be sorry, sweetheart. What's sorry is that you're in the middle of all this. But you know what? That's why you came. She does not deserve this. Out of everybody, you all adults can do your stuff.
I agree.
But y'all don't need to have children in the middle of this.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Though? I didn't just come off and make this comment about her brother or her son just because I'm a mean, nasty person. Okay.
They're leaving a lot out.
They're leaving
Your
a lot
Honor.
out in between, Your Honor.
Selective
Your Honor, it
memory.
started out. I did say something to her on the computer. I said, "Hey, what's up?" She came back to me all snotty. I said, "Look, I didn't mean it was an accident. I didn't mean to text you or type a message to you." She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Look, I don't have any beef with you. My problem is not with you. My problem is that your mother borrowed some money from me and she
Okay,
couldn't pay me back."
stop it. Let me tell you right now.
It's just $170. You don't say that something like that to like a 16-year-old girl over $170.
What are you talking to a 16-year-old about the arrangement that she had with you and her mother?
Your Honor,
Her mother was talking
her mother
through
was
her,
talking through
Your
her. Can I
Honor.
finish? I just want to finish. That's all I want
No,
to finish.
I want you to finish, but you got to listen to me too. Because for whatever reason, I don't think I'm the only one that's concerned that this 16-year-old child is in this court crying out her eyes. I need to see some sympathy from you for her.
Your Honor,
Okay.
she should have never been involved in this. If her
We
mother
know
didn't
that.
involve her in this,
I-
she wouldn't even be in this.
I
It's
understand that, but
because
let me tell you something.
it's
It
because
goes
that
both
she-
ways. Now, baby, let me say this. You run your house with her. Because she
I
got to
know
go through
that.
you for the money.
I know that, but what
you're
kind
in
of
the wrong
person's gonna
place
put
right
their
now trying to run
16-year-old
me.
child in
I
that,
need you
though?
to sit right back down. Thank
Okay,
you
Your
so
Honor.
much. Yeah. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, but you know, I got to hold things together here.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted,
All right.
everything
See, what
to be
I'm saying
heard.
is, even then, it's between her and it's between her, Melissa and Leah. I have to stay focused on why we're here. Was your mother telling you to email her?
Yes.
You were doing that?
No,
does
she was
that?
telling me what to write.
But what
Who
did your
does that to
mother
the
tell you?
16-year-old
Wait, now I'm going to put you out of here if you say
I'm
another
sorry,
word.
Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead.
Like my mom told me to write stuff to her, and I did.
Now, Leah. Okay. Now we know she's not lying.
No, I
Tell
did
me
tell her
about-
something to say, but she's something on her own too.
Okay, but let's talk about the part that you would encourage her to do. Do you
She
think
said-
that was a good thing to do?
Well, no.
No, it wasn't. Things were getting kind of out of control. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you all really know what you've done to her? Nobody wants to be put in the middle of grown folks' mess. I don't even want to be in it. You want to go sit down now? Okay, let me tell you something. We're so proud of you. You hear me? Come here. I'm proud of you. You hear that you came to court like a big girl. You hear? Yeah, we're proud of you. Okay, go have a seat. Okay. All right, sweetheart. Thank you. All right.
It hurt. It's like a stab in the heart, but it was. I mean, I would never ever tell her to go lay by her dead son.
Right.
You know, to me that's cold.
Do you think that's when the whole thing took a bad turn?
Oh yeah.
It did. All right. Melissa, because I know you stand up here thinking that everybody thinks you're the bad guy. Tell me why you did that.
I said it out of anger. She attacked me. She attacked my son. She said my son's sick. I'm sick. She started going off on me. So I was mad. It was anger. I said all those words out of complete anger. I feel guilty. I feel horrible. I feel like less of a person for saying it. I don't think that I'm a great
You know
person.
something? To be honest with you, and that's all I'm about, we're going to have a truth moment right now. You're saying the right words, but in our heart, we don't feel like you feel any of that.
Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I'm
You're
sorry you
saying the
feel that
right
way.
words. Because you know something? When I regret something, honey, you know it. But now you're in court. We're 6 months into this?
That's correct.
6 months later, when you regret something, we got to feel like you regret it. First of all, let me just talk about this, because I'm going to bring this to a wrap. Don't loan somebody money if you don't want to loan it and you're not prepared to. I think that's what your boyfriend said to you. Your words were, and the best thing I heard from you in the statement was, don't loan money that you're not prepared to lose. Because you know something? People got to understand the worst way to break up a family. I'm going to have more issues in this court over money when it ends up not being about money. Because what's going to happen when you come to get your money back, they're going to have an attitude that you're asking for the money back.
Exactly.
Because they're going to think you got it going on.
I feel like crap. Oh, sorry. I feel like crap.
What?
I feel like less of a person.
That was the realest thing
Yes,
I
it
heard.
was. I'm sorry.
So there we go, sweetie.
Sorry,
I got to clap on that one for you,
sorry.
too.
You know, I don't want to
That's what
cry,
I
but I
want.
am sorry. I didn't mean to say that about her son. I used to change her son's diapers. How could I say that about somebody changing my own son's diapers? If somebody would wish that upon my own son, I would want to, one, kill them, and two, make sure that they never breathe again. You know, I feel horrible, you know, and because I'm not crying right now and I'm not making it look like I
know,
feel bad,
baby.
I do. In my heart, I feel awful. I should have never said that about her son. The fact of the matter is, I loaned her $170, and I asked her to please pay me back, and she didn't pay me back, and that's why we're here today, because now we're not even talking over money. And that's, I think, in a way, that's stupid. We're family. Family's supposed to be able to work through anything. And we obviously can't work through this, and it's tearing me apart.
No, isn't that why you're here?
Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe
Oh,
one day
no.
make amends with her, but I don't know
Well,
if she can ever forgive me.
let me tell you something. Sometimes words are powerful, but a hug is even more powerful. And all I ask is that if somehow I could bring this family back together, because I could feel that you all loved each other before. And please not let $170, I don't care if it was $17,000 come between you. But do you think you could just hug her, or you could hug her? Why don't you try to do that, and let's see in a hug if that might feel. All right. We okay, right? All right. Let me tell you something that my husband and I decided. My husband and I, our marriage got so much better when we decided not to be historical. What does historical mean? If it did not happen within the last 72 hours, you can't bring it up. Right? Let me tell you, I appreciate you all so much. Imagine what would have happened if this would have gone on. And at this time, I'm going to issue my ruling. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $170. I have the canceled check for the $140, but I think that you also loaned her some money, $30 for gas, right? Do you dispute that? All right. So I find in favor of the plaintiff for the $170. And then also, as an aside, we're not going to be historical, because all of this will come undone if you bring it back again. All right. Case stands adjourned.
All right.
It is crazy that these people allowed $170 to get in between them. That's not a lot of money, mind you. And the thing is, it led to that woman saying something so awful to a 16-year-old girl, you know? And even though my emotion feels like, gosh, like just for saying that alone, she doesn't deserve the $170. The facts of the case are the facts of the case, and the law is the law. There was like a loan, and she does deserve that money. So I have to agree with the judgment, even though it doesn't really necessarily feel the best. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.